Hello, everyone. This is Superintendent Kopp. I appreciate you all taking just a few minutes to watch this video. I have asked Judy Mattingly, the director of the Franklin County Health Department, to be with us today so we can kind of talk about where we are. We were very hopeful today to be able to say that we would be going back to in-person instruction on February 1st, but we're going to have to delay that for a week and reassess where we are next week. The simple fact of the matter is right now, the numbers are surging across Franklin County. We are at a 65.8 incidence rate as a county. We had 88 new cases just yesterday. That 65.8 incidence rate is the highest it's ever been here in Franklin County. And while I would love to be able to send our kids back, and I want to do that more than anything in this world, we're just not able to do that right now. But the hope is that on February 8th, we'll be able to go back in a hybrid form of instruction, and we'll make a further announcement hopefully about that next week. And we are very hopeful that that can happen. And one of the reasons that gives us hope is, even though the numbers are surging right now, we're hoping as more and more vaccines are given that the numbers will start to go down, and our teachers and all staff members who have signed up for the vaccine are getting the vaccine this Thursday and Friday. Some other districts were able to start that process just a little bit earlier than we were, but as a county, there are a whole lot more healthcare professionals that had to receive that vaccine before us. And Judy can address that in just a couple of minutes. But having all those staff members getting the vaccine that signed up for it this Thursday and Friday, if we're able to go back on February the 8th, that will give them a little over a week for that shot to take effect, that first round. And research has shown, the research that we've seen thus far, that first dose provides about an 80.2% effective or efficacy rate battling the COVID-19. So that would make us feel quite a bit more confident at providing some level of protection for all of our staff members. Right now, though, in all honesty, with the numbers being what they are, in addition to what's going on across the district, across the county, I should say, our district is really being hit hard right now. We have numerous students and staff members that are positive, and we have many more that are unfortunately under quarantine right now. So we are going to be virtual for one more week, and then we will reassess next week, and we're hopeful on February 8th to come back in a hybrid system. But because we coordinate and collaborate with the Franklin County Health Department, I've asked the director, Judy Mattingly, to talk to us today. And Judy, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, no, thank you so much, and the Board of Education for allowing us yet another opportunity to help educate our community on where we're at right now in this pandemic situation. As Mr. Kopp said, we are just astronomical right now. These are the highest case numbers we've ever seen. Our total case count is at 2,916 cases, and 226 of those are currently active. Although many schools are still virtual right now, 43 of those have still been linked to schools in some way, whether it is sports practices or some type of in-person instruction. Our incidence rate is at that 68.5, and I'd like to point out, I think that, sometimes we've lost sight of this, that red means critical, that this is time for us to take all of the actions that we've been taking and not forget about them, to wear our masks, to socially distance, to use Zoom to the greatest extent possible, or Google Meets, or whatever your platform is, to protect yourselves and your families, that this is transmitting now more than ever in our community, statewide, and in our nation. And this month, January, that's not even over yet, is by far our highest month of total cases. We've had 805 cases so far this month, and we have a stack that hasn't even been entered yet. And we're talking about that red critical incidence rate. We have been there now for 78 consecutive days. That is our longest stretch that we have ever been in the red, with those highest incidence rates we've also ever seen. So again, we really thank Mr. Kopp and our Franklin County Board of Education and all of our schools for doing everything that they possibly can to protect our communities. And we are so, so honored to be able to provide that vaccine to our school teachers. And we've already covered our other schools last week in our county. And so, of course, Franklin County Schools, being our largest school district, will be this Thursday and Friday. They were prioritized by our governor for that exact reason, to be able to get our schools reopened and to be able to give our teachers and all school personnel some sense of protection before they go back to do the sacred duty of caring for our children. And so thank you again, and thank you all for masking up, washing your hands, and staying socially distanced.
Judy, thank you so much for sharing that with us and being such a great community partner. We appreciate our partnership with you, and we appreciate the opportunity to get the vaccine for our staff members. And again, to everyone watching this, I know we all want our kids back in, and we all have to do our part to make sure that we can get our kids back in school as soon as possible. And we're very hopeful that that can happen on February 8th. We are still continuing with small group instruction, and we're running 23 bus routes a day. We are bringing students in small groups on a daily basis and are having some success there. So we're very hopeful being able to jump to that next step starting on February 8th. So again, thank you for your time today, and I appreciate everyone's patience, understanding, and flexibility. Thanks.